what's happening, what's going on. I hope you guys are doing well. So in today's video, we are going to be looking at the markets. You can see I'm not wasting any time. I just started off by going straight to the charts. So one thing that you are going to be seeing on this video is that we are going to cover the dollar index. We are going to be looking at the US 100 and as well the US30, and as well we're going to be looking at the gold market. So those are the things that we're going to be looking at. But just by coming here at the dollar index, one thing that I saw is that today so far, NASDAQ and US30 are not really moving. I'm not sure what actually is influencing that. But with the dollar index, what I'll do is that I'll just go to a bigger time frame, which is something more like this. Sorry. And then what it does is that you can easily see here we've had our previous resistance. And right here where prices that we see in this as a potential support, which means that there could be a push of price coming all the way up, continue its upward trend to where we saw it having to go. Or if that does not happen, maybe price will just come here at the resistance and then it will just push a bit more downwards, which is something more like this. But this is something that we are going to be observing. We're going to be following so much with the dollar index, because if it hasn't confirmed to us, then automatically we can't really place any trades. But just by coming here on US 100, so on US 100 I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame. On US 100 so far, like I did say, the market is not really moving today in terms of us being able to see this. I saw on trading on MetaTrader it's actually moving whereby you can execute trades, but I'm not too sure why this is not really updating. So we've got this area, our first touch is our second touch here, and here being our third touch, which we are seeing this our previous resistance now coming back to be our support. So obviously we are taking a buy all the way here and going all the way upwards with it. So with this, it's also just a bit tricky, remember, with the dollar index, because here I can see a double top, this first peak, the second peak, which means that this could just be a start of a downward trend, which means that if that happens, it's just us literally going for a sell, like placing a sell, but I wouldn't place it here. Maybe I'll place it when the market breaks below here, and I know that it's coming all the way down to here. All the way down to here by take profits. So I'll be more likely to take a trade like this, and obviously a stop loss that's gonna allow me to place my trades much more better, which is something more like this. So you'd be able to see something more specific to like this, né? So yeah, that is actually the two types of scenarios that would see us going for our buys or either sells. But now in US30, one thing that I'm seeing already, I can see we here at our previous resistance, and right now price is literally at our support, and I just wanted price to push just a bit below to touch this area before it goes up. That's why I did not execute this trade yet. I didn't execute any trade on it. But it's the same type of scenario that I'm seeing on US on US30, I mean on US 100. This is a similar scenario. So now on gold, one thing that you can see is already we saw this left shoulder, this head, this right shoulder, and just by coming on the 4 hour, let me just show you this real quick. Hopefully it's not too messy for you, but you can see here being our first touch here, our second touch, and as well our third touch, and it gave us this beautiful hammer. You can see it here. So the high chance price is coming all the way down to here. So we already took the sell. We are already in on the sell. We took our first sell here, we sold here, and our second sell we followed by taking a second sell somewhere around here. So yeah, our stop losses are now moved to somewhere here. So obviously with this, when we're seeing such movements, it's confirming, because right here we can see previous resistance, price went up, tested, and printed an engulfing candle going down. So obviously we are going to start seeing more pushes to the downside. That's what we're looking for. But even if that doesn't happen, it's okay. It's the markets. We understand. We'll just take a message, we'll learn from it, and then we'll see what it is that needs to be done in order to just secure a better trade. So far on this, one thing that I like is that we are not going to be risking much in order of the profits. We're going to be making over 5 figures, but we are literally risking less than 1.5. Because of why? Because of the fact that we've already adjusted our stop loss to somewhere here. So those are some of the things that we're looking for. So what will happen now is that we had a beautiful session with our members within the private group. So I'm just going to take a few screenshots here and there, because it was very intense, and it was very, very it was more detailed, and it was like more of the advanced things that I highly believe any beginner trader wouldn't really understand or wouldn't see with the naked eye what actually is going on. But I'm going to put the video here so you can learn from it, and you can see what actually goes in within the mastermind group each and every Sunday whenever we have our live trading sessions.
Okay, so last week was I won't say a bad week, but I was just on the wrong side of the dollar, right? And I only opened my eyes like on Friday or Thursday evening.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, now I can hear you. It's all clear.
Okay.
So last week, I was on the wrong side of the dollar, and I only really opened my eyes. I don't know. I was expecting reversals, and yeah, as you've always said, it's always better to just go with the trend instead of just force what you're seeing on the market, rather follow what the market is doing.
That's
so
true.
If I open, can you hear me, Ken?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just breaking a bit.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, let me just start with my dollar, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the past since the beginning of the month, we're now almost 3 weeks into the month. Dollar's been falling, right? Creating lower lows and lower highs, right?
Yeah.
And then it's been falling, and for me, I've been bullish all along. I was expecting bullish. I think I entered somewhere, I think here or here or something. But yeah, I'll just check my journal and I'll tell you. But yeah, they were almost like break even, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was on the wrong side. And then now I tried to open my eyes and I decided, let me just actually see what's happening and, and just follow what's happening in front of me instead of just expecting something to happen.
Yeah.
So here, then I saw this flag here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I marked this. So that there was a lower low here, right? Then lower high. Then there was a lower low here. Then lower high. Then there was a lower low. Then lower high. So then I saw, okay, this is a key resistance level, right?
Okay.
Prices has been failing to obviously go over this level, and it's been falling.
Okay.
Ever since every time it hits here, it just goes down, right?
Yeah.
So I marked it. And then I waited for a candlestick confirmation. Then I just got this bearish engulfing here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, then I took the risk entry, and yeah, then it fell afterwards. So now and then until it got to this level. So I just placed this support here, just to see what happens when the market opens. Nice. So if for me to start looking for buys, market would have to cross this lower high here.
Okay.
This level here, and then for me to continue with my sales, unless I'm taking a risk, I can take a risk entry somewhere here if it prints a flag, right? But if I want a confirmed sell, it would have to break this lower low.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
So that's what I'm seeing on the DXY, and then if I go on, so even on USD, I just simply I keep it as simple as possible because this pair just respects key levels, if I may say, right?
Yeah.
So here I was also on the wrong side because my dollar was on the wrong side because I think I entered sales somewhere. I can't remember because I removed my drawings. I entered sales somewhere. I can't remember, but then they were break even.
Yeah.
Right. So my account at some point, I think the week before, my account was sitting on positive 18, and then last week I lost. Last past week I lost on USD JPY, and it took my account back to where I started. So now I'm currently sitting at zero from break evens and from losses on even GBP JPY, but I'm gonna get there now.
Okay.
So for odd USD, so I'm seeing, so it's been creating high highs and high lows, right? High highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, right? And I saw even here it broke this this higher high, right? So it created a higher high, then a higher low, right?
Yeah.
And then it broke, so a higher high. So now I'm just seeing a potential flag here. I'll see what price does when it gets here, and market open what it does when it gets here.
Okay.
Right? And then what it gets here, because this is a key resistance level, right? I marked it from the daily, this level here. So if it gets here and then it creates possibly a reversal pattern, double top, head and shoulders, or whatever, then I'm going down. But if it breaks, if I see that it gets here, then it's impulsive going up, it breaks through, then I'm still expecting continuations.
Okay.
And then let me look at your pair. So for GBP JPY, I saw that. Okay, one thing I can say from this, I really learned. I'm not in this trade, right? Because I just saw the trade, I saw the setup, and I didn't take it, to be honest.
Okay. Yo, 10%.
So one thing sorry?
No, I was saying 10%.
Yeah, 10%. Yo, can you imagine?
Yeah.
You know, it's simply because I was losing on my USD pairs. So I thought maybe I'm forcing this trade because I was desperate to see some blues, you know.
Oh,
So I
okay.
thought maybe I wasn't sure if I'm forcing it or not, you know.
Oh,
So I
okay.
just decided to just watch it.
Yeah.
So here I saw that okay, that this is a key support level, right? So now I see here, imagine if someone entered here on the 7th, if someone entered, let's say upon this if you look at this now, if you use candle math, this is a very strong confirmation because it's two bullish candles.
That's true.
Right? You know, and it's the first one was even a bullish engulfing, but if you waited for the second one, that's even more confirmation, you know?
Yeah.
And then I place my stop loss there. Okay, let me just take reduces to like, because I never trade a stop loss greater than 50
okay.
or 55, you know? So yeah, I would have probably done this. I would have done this and I would have tried to minimize it as much as possible. Or I would have gone to my lower time frames to just, to confirm. Yeah. But imagine if someone entered here, let me just say 63. Someone entered here on the 7th. Now they'd be sitting at, maybe the trade stops still here because I would have been aggressive, right? Because this pair spikes a lot. So I would have been quite aggressive. Yeah. But imagine if someone was here, you know, they would have been on 12% on this trade, then on 10% on this one. That's 22. That's almost like a quarter of your account.
And that's like only 2 trades.
That's only 2 trades, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, to be honest, it's easy to just hear someone say, you always say, let profits run, right?
Yeah.
And now I really see the value because for me, whenever I see blues, right, I always tend to just trail stop too close to price.
Oh, you know? Okay.
Too close because I'm always like, because I just, my weakness is just seeing a huge drawdown.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm trying to really get over that fear, if I may call it fear, you know? Yeah. Just seeing, let's say if I was running profits of $100, now suddenly it's on $20, you know? Yeah. Those are the type of, you know, that's what I still need to get used to, you know? But yeah, so I really saw the value of letting price run. Yeah. So here also a trade used the key levels, you know? It broke, so this was a resistance level. So higher highs and higher lows, then there's a higher low, then a higher high. Yeah. So I waited for it to break this level here. So it broke, right? Then it gave me a mini retest, right here, because it broke through at first. Then it gave me a mini retest. Then I saw candlestick confirmation. I used candle math. There were 2 bullish engulfing candles there. Yeah. Then I placed that, and then it just went my direction.
Nice, you know? Nice. Yeah.
This is where I would have had my stop loss if I was into this trade, because with this pair it spikes a lot and it's already 10%, so I would have been satisfied if I'm being honest, you know. Yeah.
And already I can see, as long as I can see there's also like on the 179 level, there's a scaling that you could have caught there.
Yeah, here I could have caught something here, you know. Even here.
Yeah, you know? On that one. Yeah, I mean on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just decided to start using levels, you know, because this is a higher high, a higher low. It broke through the higher high, it retested. So there's a bullish engulfing, so I could have entered, you know.
The same trade or the same method on how you caught the first trade
that I used,
even there would have still be applied there, and as you did that, you are adjusting stop losses below.
Yes, you know. So I'm just learning more every week, but I can't explain. You know, it's just every time I go wrong, I'm not like negative. You know, I always try to focus on the positives, and the positive is that I was able to see this trade, you know.
Yeah.
Even though I was wrong on my USD pairs, I was able to see the setup.
Yeah. You know? Nah, this was nice. Yeah.
So that's what I'm seeing on GBP JPY. So as for what's happening, so GBP JPY, remember it broke. There was a 2016 high. Yeah. If you remember.
Yeah.
That I think we had a session, Sunday session, and you showed us the level, and I also saw it on my side. So it broke through that. I think the level was somewhere here or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, man, because GBP JPY, like even for me, like, you know, like the 2016 high that you're speaking of, I didn't think that it would break it. But as soon as I saw, because I caught the huge sell before the break. We went down with it and I locked in like some profits and stuff. But when it took us out, it started shooting upwards, and I was like, I kept on looking for sells. But as soon as I took the first negative on the sell, I saw that no, it doesn't make sense. Let me just wait for it. And I just started seeing it shoot upwards, and I wasn't too comfortable with taking the buys. That's why I didn't really execute any buys, because in my head I had a sell.
So yeah, I remember. I remember. Even for me, that's why I didn't take it, because I was a bit. I know this is wrong. I should believe in my setup, because I know you were looking for sales and you trade this pair like crazy.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe I might be on the wrong side, because I mean, an expert of this pair is saying they're seeing sales.
Yeah.
And I was seeing buys, but I thought, you know what? Let me just watch it. That's one of the reasons, to be honest, because you were seeing sales. And I saw the 2016 high, and I also thought, there's no ways, But the buys I was also seeing, so I just decided to watch it. And then, so
but I think you should also, you should. I think with GBP JPY, you should also maybe focus more on it, because I can see with the trades that you are able to find, it's like huge returns. Like one trade on GBP JPY could be maybe many trades on AUD USD or something, because I can see that you're getting nice returns, like everything above 10% is it. So I think it's something as well.
Yeah, I know, I get you, I'm with you. I think I'm just gonna focus on this pair, because initially I'll just say too scared, because it spikes a lot, and because for example, if you look here, there's just way too many spikes. But if you look at odd USD, it barely spikes, But
so let me, one thing, you speaking about spikes like this, the one thing that I even saw, I saw AD, odd USD. It was a bit scary for me. Just go back on it. Let me just show you some spikes or some movements on. Let me just see. You can see, like, let's say from
to current price.
Yeah, you can see, let's say from the first resistance.
This one is FOMC.
Just go on the first resistance that you have on the screen. The first bit down, the one on the left. No, on the left.
Okay.
At the top. At the top. Just go up. Yeah, that one. Can you see? That's the first what's it, high, and then on the right side it broke above, but it went just below it. You can see, like, it went like on the, just go on the left side somewhere, it went below it. So if, let's say, maybe you're executing somewhere there, you need to have your stop loss would be below that previous higher low, somewhere. Somewhere there. And even moving forward, you can see, just go forward to the next resistance that you had. This one you said it's FOMC. Which one is it?
Yeah, this spike here was FO. No. It was which one was it now? It was on a Wednesday. It was this one.
This one. Oh, and the one next to it.
Okay, this one. You see, this one happened during Asian. The next morning. So I see the spike. No, to be honest, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Because for me, I'm like, with the stop losses that you have on GBP JPY, it won't allow you to have the same stop losses on AUDUSD because of these spikes. So your returns are gonna be your 3%, 5%, compared to GBP JPY. So you're getting nothing less than a 10%.
Yes, and on GBP JPY, I only have the pressure of trading according to correlation, because here I always have to go against what the dollar is doing.
Yeah.
Even if sometimes if I'm wrong on the dollar, that means I'm wrong on odd USD.
That's true.
When it's the GBP JPY, I just trade what I'm seeing, not what the dollar is doing.
That's true. Yeah. I love it because of that as well.
So I totally get what you mean when you say I should try focusing more on GBP JPY. So that's what I was seeing. So for this week, right? Because that's obviously what you want to hear from me. So I'm honestly still waiting to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm really still waiting to see. I won't lie and say I'm expecting sales. I'm expecting buys. But I'll only start looking at sales on my side when it breaks this level.
Okay.
Right? Maybe it could come here, then go back up. Right?
Yeah.
Give me a possible double top here. So when it goes down, I'm gonna mark this resistance zone here. Right?
Yeah.
And then it could fall, maybe get here. So this is a key higher low.
Yeah.
It's a higher low, and then maybe it could bounce here, go up again, give me a double top. Then only then would I start looking for possible sells. Okay. But for now, I'm really still watching to see what happens.
Maybe what you can as well do is evolve trend line, and you can take the trend line from
trend line management.
Yeah, exactly. So this way it'll help us be able to also spot what you're speaking of in terms of You know, maybe when it bounces here, it'll be a third touch, you know, something similar to that.
Could also give me a third touch here, you know,
Yeah.
which is also support, which is a confluence trade. Then I just go up with it.
That's true.
So yeah. And then which other? Just JPY was just been. It's been. I won't lie, because the dollar was falling, but just the JPY is going up. You know, I was really. I was confused. I won't lie. I took 2 losses. I think I took one. I can't remember where, but I have it on my journal. You know, whenever I have one-on-one on you with you again, I'm gonna show you everything. It's all written down and saved on my laptop and on my trading journal.
Perfect.
You know, so I think I took 2 or 3 losses during the week on USD JPY, not even break even losses, and I can't remember where, but they were all buys. You know, and eventually it bought. I think it was here. Yeah. I think let me just do this. I think it was because I saw this as a symmetrical triangle, right? This big structure here. Yeah. Right, and I didn't have this level by then. Oh, okay. This level here. So then I saw this bullish hammer. Then I entered. Then I think I entered here, and then I had a very tight stop loss. To be honest, I think I had 30 pips, and then I was expecting. So what I do, but I'm gonna show you on my what's this on our one-on-one. So I always look for 3%. When it gets to 3%, I'm satisfied. So I let profits run and I keep my trail stop at 3%. So as soon as I've secured 3%, I'm really happy, because that's what I'm aiming for, to be honest. You know. Nice. So if I trail after maybe it's running on 5%, I'm gonna put it at 4%. If it's running at 7%, I'm gonna trail at 5 or 6%. You know, I give it room. I give it room. Unlike when it's still under 3%, whereas I tend to trail too close to price. So here I did this, and then then it took me out, I think, the first time. So that was my first buy. I'm not sure, but I took 3 buys, but then they all took me out, which is what took me down. But I mean, risk was calculated, so it's not an issue on my side, because my account is now back to my initial balance. It's not running on negatives, so it's fine. So as for what's happening now, to be honest, I'm just gonna wait for price to just get to where it is now currently. Okay. Right. So now currently I'm seeing, because this is also a key resistance zone. Yeah. I mean, resistance zone. So I'm honestly waiting to see what it does when it gets here. Okay. I have no idea as to whether it's gonna break, or I'm really gonna trade what's in front of me. Okay. You know, but I'm also gonna bear in mind that the DXY seems like it might fall, but also it might give me a double top. So even there, I'm still waiting. I mean, a double bottom, sorry. Even there, I'm still waiting to see what the DXY does, because I'm going to trade this based on my DXY, even though they're doing the opposite things. Because this thing is going up, DXY is falling, you know. But I think it's also based on, because you see for GBP JPY, obviously if I'm buying GBP, that means JPY is selling. That's true, right? Yeah. And then even here, if the dollar is going up here, that I think it's because JPY is falling really hard wherever it's falling. That's why this USD JPY is going up. Yeah. You know? I think even because now I'm currently backtesting Euro JPY. Euro JPY, you see, it's very bullish. That means JPY is falling. Yeah, and it's falling hard, because you can see even GBP JPY what happened, and it's falling hard. Yeah, it's falling hard. So I think that's why our USD JPY is not currently in correlation with the dollar. Yeah. But to be honest, the real setups I'm looking for are, so the GBP JPY, I'm still going to look at that. Then for Euro odd, you told me to focus on this pair, right? So I backtested the pair, and I'm actually seeing that, if you see, it gave me, I saw the setup here, double top here. Nice. Wait, let me just go back to it now. So if you see this double top here, imagine if someone entered here. This happened now on the first, let's say, first day of the month. Yeah. Because it's 31 May. So let's just say 1st of June or something. Yeah. So imagine if someone entered here, right? And they just came down with it. So I didn't enter, because I was back then I was backtesting the pair. Yeah, I remember. You know? But imagine if someone entered there and they just held, and they held and they held.
Yeah.
And it just came down and they held and
Yeah.
they scaled in
They
here.
scaled in. I see those scaling positions. Yeah.
And then they scaled in here, you know. And then but now currently it looks like it's ranging. So I'd only look for more sells. I might see I'm looking at possible buys, but I'm not sure. You know,
So
because
normally
it's really
you don't look at the bigger time frame like your 4 hours or daily. In order to
No, I
just
do.
or because like in order to just get that momentum in terms of understanding if is it still bearish, is it still bearish, or like is it on key support, like on daily key support, is it gonna start to look for a bullish movement or something?
No, I get you. I do, but what I do is for daily, I always just look with my eyes, right, with my naked eye.
Yeah.
And then I just remember what goes on. But whenever I need to refer back, I always do this. I don't place any structure on my daily because it tends to make my 1 hour very busy.
Yeah, no, same with me. I don't put anything on daily. I just look at it with the naked eye.
Yeah. So I just look. So for example, here, this is a key support. If you look here, that's what I'm saying. If you look here, because this is really a key. To say it is a key support because if you, for example, okay, this was a head and shoulders, so it gave us this, and it came down. So if with this all marked here, if it goes up, then I'm up with it. If it crosses, then I know it's continuations of sales.
Yeah.
But looking at our previous thing, it's been bullish. So there's chances that this was just a corrective pattern. Maybe it could have been, I don't know, it could have been a possible flag or falling wedge. Or something.
And this makes perfect sense.
Yeah, maybe possible flag, but they were first, second, third touch, so it could really possibly go up. But I'm also just looking at the support that I marked here.
So like for you to maybe confirm a buy, what is it that would allow you to confirm a buy and maybe to confirm a sell?
So what would confirm a buy for me? Okay, I'm glad you asked that question. So what would confirm a buy for me? So a risk reduced buy for me would be when it crosses this level, because this is a lower high, right? Yeah. So there's lower lows here, lower high, but this is a key resistance level, right? Because as you can see, it's been rejecting every time it gets here.
Yeah.
So my risk reduced buys would be as soon as it crosses here, so I would have to really wait. As soon as it crosses this resistance zone. But a risk entry buy would be when it gives me a third touch on this line, because it's 1, 2. If it comes down and it gives me a bullish hammer, or it gives me a strong engulfing here on this line here, right?
Yeah.
So you see this line here. A risk entry would be if it gives me a third touch here, because I'm seeing 1, 2, 3. Because that would possibly even mean, okay, if I do this. Okay, no. Okay, no. That's not valid. But yeah, a risk entry for me would be if it gives me a third touch here, a valid third touch with a good candlestick confirmation, then that would be a risk entry. But then a risk reduced for buys would be when it crosses this lower high level here.
Okay. And what is it that would make you like maybe
confirm
sales? Yeah.
So sales, to be honest with sales, because this thing has been ranging, I would really wait for a risk reduced sell. I would have to wait for it to cross this key support zone here. Cross, then possibly retest even, then go down. If it just goes down impulsively, it doesn't retest, I'm gonna wait for a continuation pattern to form, then I'll enter. But I won't take the risk of as soon as it crosses, then I just place and then no. Because it's been ranging for quite a while, so I'd rather honestly wait for clear confirmation.
Yeah. And backtesting it, like which is more favorable? Is it the bullish side in terms of buying? Do you get more wins when you buy, or the bearish side?
So
for
this
that,
one,
because if I know that, like it'll start a bullish momentum, and and you've done so well in terms of spotting bullish trades, and find out that this is where your breakthrough is gonna be.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I actually learned that from you. This thing of learning. Is it more favorable when it's falling or selling? So let me just go to my. These are my backtested pairs.
Okay.
So we're looking at euro odds. So for this one, I didn't summarize because I finished backtesting this, I think, a week or so ago.
Okay.
And I'm also currently thinking, but I'm going to show you now what I did on Excel.
How many trades did you take on it?
I took about just over 100.
Oh, see. Yeah, that's enough data.
Yeah, so this is my backtested data. So I have the session, I have the direction, the entry style, candlestick. So basically what you taught us. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So yeah, this is so I just have over 100. So I have 100. It just says 105 because I used the other lines for obviously this.
Okay.
But
yeah.
So this is how I analyze my data. So I always check, okay, how many sales did I take?
Okay.
How many buys did I take? Total trades, total risk entries. How many did I win? What's the win percentage? Risk reduced. How many did I win? Win percentage. Session. How many trades did I take in London, in New York, in Asian? And so my times are not accurate, right? But these are just the times that I use. You know. But for London, I just count from 9 to 1. New York from 2 to 9. Then Asian during the evenings, basically when everyone's almost sleeping.
So you haven't put data on this?
No, I haven't put data on Euro specifically, but I can show you. So I just need to I can show you on my, for example, which other pair do I trade a lot.
Oh, okay.
Let me show you on. Okay, let me just go to GBP JPY.
Nice. Yeah, but I like this template that you have. It's very easy to know where, like, what your go-to pairs are.
Yes, really. I just want to show you for something that I've analyzed data for.
Oh, okay.
For example, GBP JPY.
And you've got what's it, 100 trades?
For example, my win. If you look here, my win rates. So I also took 100 trades. I think for this one I took just over. I took 100 here as well.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So I have here So what I do when I'm backtesting, I type here, okay, retest, but it takes time to retest. Okay, don't trade, break, and retest immediately. Then I put evidence.
Yeah.
Very important to wait very patiently for continuation. So these are just the things I discover as I'm thinking, as I'm backtesting. For example, here the power of letting profits run. There's a link for me to open. I made a 48%. Imagine, well, not 48. It's basically 48 divided by 3 because I risk 3% on every trade.
Nice, yeah.
And then here 21% divided by 3. I made 7%.
Yeah.
So I made 48 plus 21 just from a single trade.
Yeah.
So that's just the characteristics I have on GBP JPY. And then for my analysis, so I took 50 sells, 50 buys. So for this one, I trade both ways.
Okay.
but to be honest, it's mostly buys because I want more with buys.
Yeah. Also, so it's not.
For example,
it wasn't a thing whereby you were trend following type thing. Like you were just spotting trades, taking them, or.
Yes, I was just spotting trades. I didn't just say I'm gonna look for buys.
Oh, okay.
I was just trading what was in front of me.
Okay.
So yeah, I took 50 sells, 50 buys. And then if you look here from the buys I took 51 buys, and I won 32, right, which is 63%. But for sales, I took 50 sales, I only won 24, which is only 48. So that means my buys are really more favorable, even though I took the same number of trades on both directions, but the win percentage is more with buys.
Yeah.
And then my thingy, so I also put here, for me, I tend to get frustrated when I'm not seeing trades, for quite a long time. Yeah. So I put here just so I can remember, on a bad month, I can expect only 4 trades in like 20 days, Okay. 4 trades is quite, quite little, if I may say. But if you know how to use it correctly, it can really be rewarding.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also on a good month, I can get even up to 11, That's including scale-ins and everything.
So what's like when you say number of trades on a bad month? So number of trades on a bad month, meaning like drawdowns.
I mean like when not drawdowns, as in when there's really nothing to trade, when there are no setups. I'm not seeing setups. I'm not because for me I really get, when I'm seeing drawdowns, I do get frustrated, but not as much as when I'm not seeing anything to trade.
Oh, okay.
When I'm not seeing nothing, no setups at all, it's just ranging. spikes, then it goes down, so it's just confusing. And it's really a confusing month. I'd expect maybe 4 or possibly even less. This is just from what I backtested. This was from all the months I backtested, the lowest number of trades I took was 4 in a month. And then my average trades per month, I can expect, let's say, around 7 trades. So I took the number of trades divided by months, and it gave me 7 trades a month. That's what I can expect. And then that doesn't mean every month. That's just like my average, what I can expect,
Yeah.
And then average return is 44%,
Yeah.
And which is quite good, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Quite good. And then overall win rate is 55. Because I took 56. I took 56. I mean, I took 101 trades. I won 56. I lost 22. Most were break even, Because I remove risk as soon as I hit 1%. That's why I had 23 break even.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's what I mean when I always told you I'm backtesting. It's been these pairs, odd USD, Euro odd, Euro JPY. I'm busy with this now. Euro USD, Euro JPY, USD CHF, USD JPY. Now I'm looking at this is just the trades I've taken so far this month. Can I just quickly show you?
Okay.
But now I'm gonna after this. This holidays, because I'm currently writing exams.
Okay.
This holidays, I'm gonna backtest gold indices and also possibly USD MXN, as you said.
Yeah.
So these are the trades I've taken so far in June.
Okay.
Right. I've taken about 9 trades so far, and to be honest, my one mistake was I would force trades during London session. If you see here, most of the trades taken during London.
Why is it? Is it a time where you personally are more active, or is it like what?
No, it's just to be honest, that's actually a very good question. I do have time during the day to check my New York and my Asian session. It's just that for London, I always just feel the need to, because it's open of the market for me, because that's when I just start looking at the market, I always tend to, I don't know, for some reason, I always just tend to force setups, but I've learned my lesson, and I only took one for New York, and so far I've only had 2 wins, it's this one, which was a clear 9% win.
Nice.
And then this one was a 3%. I was taken out using trail stop.
Okay.
So, but yeah, if you add up all these, I'm sure my account is sitting on 0 because I'm still back to where my account was, but just maybe -1 or something, But yeah, it's there. And then, so that's what I've been pushing all along. Right? When I always tell you I'm backtesting, that's what I've just been doing.
Yeah. No, I love this, man. It looks clean. So what you guys just witnessed is literally me and my, I'm one member in my private team. So I asked him to just do some market analysis just so we can see how far he came with this analyzing the skills, because he's been a part for, I think, for the past 4 months, and I'm seeing so much progress, and I highly believe this is going to be one of our success students with the results that he gets and stuff. But it's not just him. There's many more that are like in terms of learning the right things and as well applying those right things. But the most important thing is you being able to see how we analyze the market, how we see the markets, how we keep track of our data, how profitable we get to see. And obviously, guys, if it happened, you can see that even in the video, I kept on just going like, because I'm not feeling well and stuff, but I'm getting a bit better, so I'm excited. But even that, the only thing that you can do on your side is to like this video, and as well I need you to comment below, tell me what you're seeing for the week. And also, if you are looking for a broker, we are currently running a giveaway which is only limited to less than 500 people. The link, you'll find it in the description, whereby you can take access or take advantage of it. And yeah, man, I'm just excited. Take care, guys.